Let's play a game of truth and deception. I'll share a few truths and one lie. See if you can figure out the lie by the end of this video. Truth can often seem subjective these days. The phrase, "my truth is my truth," has become a common narrative, fueling confusion and division. As a writer, I've grown more self-reflective, and as a documentary filmmaker, more observant. Often I sit in silence, watching the world move around me. I observe the struggles that women face, influenced by unseen forces shaping their lives. I see the divides in humanity, from politics to religion to the manipulation of biological facts for selfish gains. Yet, bringing these truths to light, and one faces backlash, cancellation, or even potential death. Why is truth so hard to receive? Why do we often choose to lie about our real feelings rather than admit we're hurting? My own journey of confronting truth has shown me that I cannot fully communicate my message or achieve my mission if I am not honest about my struggles. Just like eagles, commonly featured in nature documentaries, who are known to retreat to the mountains for 150 days to undergo a painful renewal by plucking out their feathers, talons, and breaking their beaks, we too must sometimes strip away the old to start anew. This intense process symbolizes the necessity to occasionally shed outdated parts of ourselves to truly evolve. As women, we are often presented with conflicting messages.
Do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women? Most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless.
On one hand, we hear that independence from men makes us stronger, yet many women feel a profound sense of loss without influential male figures in their lives, such as fathers.
Here's the problem women have when they grow up without a father figure, and they really feel it, is they'll always date a lot older men. So they'll be 17, 18 years old, and they're looking at the 30-year-old and the 35-year-old, and they're getting older and older, and there's a huge gap between them. Now, my experience of working with women that go for these age gap relationships is they are in survival mode without a father. They need that safety and comfort.
On the other hand, the drive to become girl bosses is said to empower us. Yet, it can also bring regrets like sacrificing personal or family time. Despite narratives that suggest women aren't thriving, we see women leading successful businesses, heading Fortune 500 companies, and inventing technologies that change the world. This difference between what we're told and what we see in our own lives shows how tricky it can be to figure out what's true in the stories society tells us. Have you figured out the lie yet? So, I challenge you to look at your life. What truth are you living by? How do you decipher what's true? Are you aware of why you hold your beliefs, or do you simply accept what aligns with your views without questioning? How often do you venture beyond familiar ideas to truly understand different perspectives? Does questioning deeper truths make you uncomfortable?
Downtown. Across the country, campus chaos continues.
What specific rights are but the simmering debate about.
After years of learning and exploring life, I can say truth is the one thing that never changes, never alters, and never leads you astray. So how do we find truth, and where does it lead? Well, I think it starts with exploring and seeking. My motto is explore life, seek truth. That means questioning what you think you know, digging deeper, and learning the truth for yourself. You might be surprised at the hidden truths you discover and how much stronger your existing beliefs become. By doing this, you will learn how to discern truth from deceptions. Consider, for example, the story of eagles and the strenuous processes they go through just to survive for 70 years. This tale isn't just about survival, it teaches us about the resilience required in our own lives. It makes me grateful to be human, but it also underscores that life is supposed to be challenging, especially if we aspire to a better life.
How you choose to see what lies in front of you will determine how you respond to it, what actions you take, and ultimately your outcome.
Everyone has an opinion, but what makes their opinion right? Consider the basic teachings of Christianity. Words like grace, mercy, and faith. Do you truly understand their meanings? Could you explain them confidently or cite verses that define these terms? Let's shift to a different perspective. If you identify as a radical feminist, do you believe that society can thrive without men? What tangible evidence supports that view? Beyond emotional arguments, what is the practical impact of such a belief on society? If a society were run only by women, including performing traditionally male-dominated jobs, do you think this is something most women would want? What would the structure of such a society look like? I ask these questions not to provoke, but to encourage a deeper dialogue and understanding of how we interpret issues in our world. Often, our decisions are influenced by a lack of knowledge, unhealed traumas, and the extremes of our reactions. The scriptures warn, "My people perish for a lack of knowledge." Yet, we frequently choose to ignore this wisdom, preferring to be offended rather than to explore and understand different perspectives. It's often easier to disregard the facts than to face the challenging consequences of acknowledging our mistakes.
I do not think that people can learn unless they admit that they're wrong.
The more you learn truth, the more you become deprogrammed to the lies. This process can be painful and feels like healing from a wound. It's tough realizing you've been misled by people you trusted, which can leave you feeling betrayed and upset. However, in the Christian faith, we call this process the renewal of the mind, not exiting the matrix. It's like waking up to reality, a change that the Holy Spirit helps us with through Jesus. As a woman who has seen the world from so many vantage points, from the billionaires to the most impoverished, to celebrity circles, to politics, I've learned that knowing the truth is much better than living a lie. Believing in God's truth, as told in the Bible, helps avoid the damage that lies can cause. So where's the hope, you ask? Well, for me, it's in Jesus. He is the way, the truth, and the life. But I know some of you don't believe in Jesus, so here's the second place hope lives in: humility. Hope lies in the ability to humble ourselves, to learn, discover, and grow by setting aside our egos and being open to new perspectives. It involves listening to those we might disagree with to make better informed decisions. Educate yourself by reading books, watching educational content, and experiencing life directly, not just through social media. The vlogger you admire, they're just like you, but they've taken the leap to explore and ask questions. What's stopping you? You don't need to be wealthy to explore your environment or learn about your community. Many people live in the same place for decades and yet are surprised by what they discover when they finally look around. Start with small steps, but keep moving forward. Be curious, stay informed, and continue to grow. Don't let your ego and your comforts keep you trapped. Remember, my words are just words until you act on them. Only then can you truly decide if they hold truth. Speaking of truth, remember my opening statement about telling you a few truths and a lie? Have you figured out the lie? I'll give you a hint. It has wings. Throughout this video, I've mixed real facts with a well-known myth, the story of an eagle that supposedly rejuvenates itself by breaking its beak and plucking out its feathers to live longer. Many motivational speakers use this tale to encourage people to embrace change. However, this story isn't true. Eagles don't go through such drastic changes. They live up to about 30 years, not 70, and they naturally lose old feathers and grow new ones just like other birds. Even a motivating story can lead us away from the truth. Over the years, many have embraced and spread the eagle story as fact, leading to widespread belief, much like the Mandela effect, where a large group of people remember something inaccurately. This revelation serves as a powerful reminder that even the most inspiring stories need to be questioned and verified. Just like the eagle myth, there are many widely accepted beliefs in our society that may not hold up under examination. It's essential we seek out the real truths, especially when making decisions that impact our lives and beliefs. How quickly a lie can be accepted as truth when adopted by a community. I wonder if this is happening in our society today. You don't have to agree with me, but if you choose to follow, I'll keep sharing the truths I discover. In this journey, I am often guided by the powerful and lasting truths found in the Bible, which has helped countless generations seek truth. Indeed, truth does exist. The real question is, are you actively seeking it? So, did you figure out the lie? Let me know in the comments below. And also, have you come across myths that have shaped your view of the world? How do you pursue truth in your life? Let's keep this conversation going, and don't forget to subscribe for more explorations, discoveries, and truths. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, my name is Whitney, and I'm out.